It's time to take a look back at the latest episode of NXT.
All the wrestling show, baby.
Welbo. Welcome to the wrestling show. I'm your most fickle host, Lip Hazlewood, and this is a very cynical look back at the latest episode of representing the WWE and live from the Performance Center in Orlando, Florida. It's the NXT air date September the 12th, 2023. This episode is The Road to No Mercy. Have mercy. No mercy. Anyways, before we dive into the show, just a quick shout out to the non-combatants. That's right, the non-competitors of the show. They actually keep the building together. The glue of the building. Okay, regardless. Now, first of all, the quick shout out to of course, the man that makes all the decisions in the WWE, in the actually NXT. It's Shawn Michaels. Next, getting all the pre-match interviews and all the backstage scoops, they are the team of Mackenzie Mitchell and Kelly Kincaid. And heading into the ring with the announcer, it's Alicia Taylor. And last but certainly not least, it's the commentary crew. The play-by-play guys, the hosts, and I even call them the narrators of the whole damn show. They're the team of the two-time, that's right, the two-time Hall of Famer. He's the man with the checks and championships on his mind. Shucky Ducky, a quack quack. It's a Booker T. And backing up Booker T. And as usual, the voice of reason. And a very tippity-top commentator on his own. Diggity. It's Vic Joseph. Now, without any further ado-dos, let's get started with the show. So here we go. Now we start off huge. Now this first match, it's probably close. It's match of the night, hands down match of the night. This match is between the great Wesley, former North American champion, on a string of bad losses, but still one of the all-time greats, versus another great. It's Ilja Dragonov. And then we say Ilja Dragonov. It's he's a person you gotta set yourself up against. He's the standard of wrestling. If you can keep up with him, you belong where you are. Anyways, this match is the match of the night. It was great. It was about almost 14 minutes in length, 13 and a half minutes. It was pretty damn good. Clearly, very competitive match. Now, they had a moment here where Wesley does his tope suicidas. He's got Dragonov 2 times with the tope suicida. He went to the well once too often, unfortunately. Went for a tope for the 3rd time, but he got caught. He got caught with a big old enziguri to the head. This is, now, not just anybody can do this. This is so well timed. You got to be on top of your game if you want to catch someone's tope suicida with the enziguri. It can look real bad if you do mistime that. Really bad, but it looked great, incredible, in fact. And this related to Ilja Dragunov power bombing, not really power bombing, but it's like a German suplexing Wesley onto the commentating table, right on top. Not enough to go through it though. I don't believe, if my memory serves me correctly. But here we go. Wesley, he does this fantastic big move. He has this tope suicida. He goes corner to corner, over top the corner post with a front bump tope suicida. And here's the problem. Dragunov was out there. Now, Dragunov's only job is to catch Wesley. But he doesn't. Wesley flies right over top of him. Just flies right over top of Dragunov. But that's the only thing in the match. So other than that, this was pretty damn. This was hardcore intense. They had a moment where Dragunov has a legitimate top rope suplex. Now, the top rope, the superplex these days, they're just not doing it like the old way. Like Bret the Hitman Hart had the lift up suplex, like a legitimate suplex, where you lift someone up and drop them. You know, this they're just ripping them off the top rope. They're just ripping them off the top rope. You know, it's very hazardous. A lot of people land on their high shoulders. Very dangerous. This is no different. Dragonov whips Wesley off the top rope. No lift at all, just whips him off there. Very, very dangerous. Anyways, this new way, the dangerous way of doing the suplex. Anyways, whipped off the top rope. Huge move. That is legitimate top rope suplex, superplex. You know, I hate to say it, but the second rope suplex is really ruining the name of the superplex. But I can understand, though. Being on a top rope, it is very scary. A lot of people don't like being on top there because it tests their testicular fortitude. That's what I think, anyways. So now Dragonov, he's got this move. They call it the H bomb, where it's basically a jumping elbow. And whether he's jumping on you missionary style or doggy style, it's still called the H bomb. So Dragonov hits Wesley with the H bomb. Missionary style, Wesley's laying upward, so he lays on top of him. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Anyways, doesn't get the pin there. Match goes on. It's true. Does go on. Dragonov tries to go for the torpedo Moscow, but he gets caught in the face with a flying knee. With a flying knee to the face. Now, here's the thing. After getting the knee to the face, Dragonov stumbles to the ropes, hits those ropes, a nice slingshot maneuver, and then once again with the H-bomb, doggy style position to the back, it's like the cross hammer now, you know, the carrying cross elbow to the back of the head. Anyways, after that, it's over. 1, 2, 3. Dragonov with the big victory, and coming up at No Mercy will be Dragonov versus Carmelo Hayes. So it's going to be a part 2. So will Dragonov be the victor? Now they did for a second there. They tried to go for the Rocky angle, Rocky 1 and Rocky 2, you know. But Carmelo Hayes, being the Apollo Creed character in the situation of Rocky. So will Dragonov become the NXT champion? You know, Dragonov was the NXT UK division champion. Now, can he do it in a regular NXT? Maybe I can see the possibility very, very well. The possibility of Dragonov becoming the champion is very good. Anyways, moving on. So I had a face-to-face after that. Now, after that, we go to the ring with the burning ship, the Viking funeral. Baron Corbin in the ring there. And he's talking about what happened, what transpired between Braun Breaker and Von Wagner. Now, they had a match last week, a no disqualification match. You know, what it ended. Doesn't matter how it ended. Von Wagner ended up getting beaten up at the end after the match and having his head smashed with the steel steps. Now, even though this is what happened, the steel steps, when it came down, Von Wagner, there's the steps apart, the steps, obviously the steps. So he put his head was on top of the steel step at first. He moved it down to the second step, you know, and I'm pretty sure he was well rehearsed there. So he smashed him on the head with the, so-called smashed him on the head, but it was well thought out, this stunt. Anyway, so the whole thing is Von Wagner's out. He's done for. He's got his broken skull, apparently. He's got a broken skull, kayfabe broken skull, and it's, of course, Baron Corbin saying that, oh yes, this, I'm no doctor, but Vaughn won't ever be the same again. He won't be the same again. Of course he won't. This is Vaughn's new gimmick change, his new path. You know, what is Vaughn 2.0 gonna look like? What his new look? You know, is gonna wear the white tights with the red with the blue stars down the pants. You know, sort of like Vaughn Wagner. with blue stars and red shoes. I'd say it's a good look. I'd say it's a good look. It worked for some people. I don't know. Anyway, so he's talking that, and he comes out. He talks about the smash in the head, and he calls out Braun Breaker. He wanted a couple words with Braun Breaker, so Braun Breaker comes out, and Baron Corbin saying, "Oh, I couldn't believe I had no words to say about it, but that was awesome. It was amazing. I'm so proud of you." So he was very impressed by Braun Breaker crushing, Von Wagner's head with the steel steps. But here's the thing. You know what? Braun doesn't give two farts about, Baron Corbin. Now, Baron Corbin is true. Baron Corbin's been in the business for many, many, many years. He's been floating around in the business for a long time. They try to give him many pushes. They all seem to fall flat. All Baron Corbin's pushes. But with all the pushes he had in his long career, he had a lot of big matches. A lot of big matches that really led to nowhere. But the matches are still on his resume. So he had matches with the Undertaker and such. Big matches. Retired people. Quote unquote. So he's saying he deserves a little respect because of his background. But Braun's like, no, I don't need or want your respect. Because I don't respect you. Didn't really say that, but yeah. But it comes down to this. It's, just a lot of anger. A lot of anger here. Braun Breaker, he's like talking down to Baron Corbin. Saying he's going to take him out. But he's like, you think I'm like Von Wagner? I'm not. And he slaps. Real hardcore. This is no kayfabe slap here. This is, a real slappy. I feel so. Braun Breaker felt that one to his soul. The Baron Corbin slap. So Braun, a little bit of the, little payback. Slaps him in the face back. And then he starts scrapping. And the officials come in and break them up. But this is going to be a match. Braun Breaker. Baron Corbin. Will it be good? Sure. It's not going to be bad. Will Baron Corbin win? Most likely not. Guaranteed not. I don't think Baron Corbin will win this match, but it will be good. Baron Corbin is making a good push guy for other very talented wrestlers here. So yeah, this is a good match for Braun Breaker for sure. I believe. Moving on. We got ourselves a big tag team match. This is a big 6-man tag. This is a very fast tag match. This was now, even though the tags were legit, tagging in and out, but this was just nonsense. This whole thing, it was just nonsense. This was almost a 3-minute match with 6 people in the match. Now, who was in it, you might ask? Why? It's a team of Brooks Jensen, Josh Briggs, and student of the Gulak gym. It's Miles Bourne. Mr. No Tongue himself. I don't think he has a tongue in his mouth. I don't. It's the way he talks. I'm Miles Bourne. Okay, anyways. I'm not here to make fun. I'm here to talk about the wrestling. And it's not making fun. I'm just, it's an observation that I'm observing that Miles Bourne may not have one of these. Anyways, versus Drew Gulak and his students, Charlie Dempsey and Damon Kemp, in this big 6-man, a tag team match. Now, this was got off hands real quick, out of control pretty quick. It was Brooks Jensen in the ring there with Damon Kemp. And then Damon Kemp gets put down there real hard. And then Charlie Dempsey just runs into the ring. I said, I'm going in. Tag or no tag, be damned. So he runs into the ring there. Josh Briggs comes in there and he just takes him down and stomps a mud hole in Charlie Dempsey. And then Drew Gulak says, not on my time, not on my watch. So he runs in the ring too, Drew Gulak. And he gets back body dropped, a huge one, by the two, Brooks and, Josh Briggs and Brooks Jensen. Brooks and Jensen. Yep. So, right off the bat there, it's out of hand there. It's out of hand real quick. And then we got a 3-on-3. They all come into attack. They all go in the ring there. They all end up fighting outside the ring. All of them fighting outside the ring, And then we got a point where it gets really weird. The end sequence here was Damon Kemp. He's charging on the side, or he's going for a big old, I'm not sure, some dive jumping move. And we got ourselves a Miles Bourne pulling Fallon Henley to safety so she doesn't get, plowed by Damon Kemp, apparently. So that's good, I guess. Damon Kemp misses everybody. Was weird. Damon Kemp gets he gets thrown into the ring by Brooks Jensen. Now Brooks slides into the ring, and then he gets stopped by Miles Bourne. Miles grabs him on his feet and he spins him around, and Brooks Jensen ends up bashing his head against the steel post, just like so. And then it's Briggs out there. He's like, "Oh, what's going on?" And he gets attacked from behind. By Drew Gulak, I believe. So now in the side of the ring, Damon Kemp, he puts it away. He picks up, what's that? Brooks Jensen, like a suplex, and he ends up with picking him up and giving him the old neck breaker. The neck breaker. And that was it. 1, 2, 3. Over. And Miles Bourne, he's he's shown to the fact he's a team player. He's all for Team Gulak. So yeah. So I guess Miles Bourne found his place. And what does that mean? Not much. I still would like to see Die Family. D family. Teomon. Where's Teomon? Come on. Anyways, regardless, I'm a fan of Teomon. I bring this up because Charlie Dempsey, he was in his faction a long time ago. It almost seems like a lifetime ago now. So after that, we go. It's Andre Chase and Duke Hudson. They're Chase U. And guess who's not there again? It is Thea Hale. Where's Thea Hale? I don't know where Thea Hale is. Duke and Andre's talking. Oh, text her. She's not here. Well, there's the invitational, the global invitational, Heritage Invitational on. I'm going to be watching it. The thing. Anyways. So where is Fallon Henley? Where is Thea Hale, I should say? Well, Thea Hale, she's hanging out at... I'm not sure what they're trying to disguise it as, but it's the with Performance Center kitchen area, with their lunch area, and it's dressed up like it's a bar almost. And we got JC Jane sitting there with Thea Hale, and you got these two guys. Hey, I think this guy's going to come up on us. Hey guy, hey girls, and they start making fun of Thea Hale. And then they get beaten up. JC Jane beats up one, and Thea Hale beats up the other, and they both the guys are running away like cowards in the night. So I'm like, that was just a lot of it happened. And let's move on. And then we got ourselves a big match. It's Dana Brooke versus Lyra Valkyria. Dana Brooke is very I guess she's a very obsessive, very jealous woman. Very vindictive apparently. Now here's a funny thing. A lot of people, they just don't like Dana Brooke. I'm not a big fan of Dana Brooke. She's not very skilled in that ring. She's got a lot of attitude. I guess that helps or something. Now, the match. The people were booing her, but I think people were patronizing. They were just being patronized. We got a small group saying, "Let's go, Dana," and Dana sucks. I'm like, is this truly getting the John Cena thing? The love-hate? But no. It's just... hate and, patronizing hate. This match was about 3.5 minutes. Dana Brooke, her big move was the cravat. She tries to get the cravat on. The cravat. Really looked weird, but she held on to it for about a minute or two in this, 3.5 minute match. Now, Lyra Valkyria, she still does the drop kick. She used to do a tope outside the ring. Ever since she got injured, she just does this safe drop kick. She drop kicks outside the ring and stops herself from leaving the ring. I'm not a big fan of the move. I think she should remove that altogether. if she does something, at least go out in the apron there and do like, what's that? A swanton, like a front bump off the apron there. So at least when you hit this, if you miss everything, you hit the soft pads above on the bottom, and you take a proper bump. Pretty damn safe, even at the worst of conditions. Okay, so moving on. Now Lyra, she went to the top rope there, and the big move of Dana was pulling her off, and Lyra got pulled off good there, but it was pretty safe. Gotta say, always gotta say it when Lyra's fighting. You gotta see whether her bumps are safe or not, because you don't want her injured yet again in another match. Because they can really crush someone's confidence. Getting injured once, but twice. Whew. Another story. I tell you what. So yeah, Lyra Valkyria with a massive body scoop slam right on Dana Brooke. Now they fight on. Dana Brooke gets caught with the spinning heel kick to the face. Drops down. Lyra Valkyria, she finishes off the match. She goes to the top rope. Now, she does a splash off the top rope. I think she should do a high cross splash. But her splash, it reminds me of Gunter. The Gunter splash. Just no grace at all in that one there. But it was done. Top rope. Phase 1 done. Now, second stage, make that thing look graceful. Make it look beautiful. Yeah, she's a beautiful woman, but that's a very non-graceful splash. Here's after the match, though, was hilarious. Now, with Dana Brooke was Kilani Jordan watching the match, just watching the match, not interfering whatsoever. She's a good girl out there. She's got tons of respect for Lyra Valkyria, but somehow she's still with, Dana Brooke. So at the end, it was the handshake. Lyra really didn't want to shake hands, and Dana really didn't want to shake hands either, but she's so phony, though, Dana. So she shakes hands. Hi, it was nice. It was nice fighting you. And then Lyra turned around to walk out of the ring, and Dana Brooke tried to attack her from behind. Try to do the backstabbing move. But it was, of course, Kalani Jordan stopping the whole thing. Yes, she could, because Dana Brooke, she's a little thing now. 10 years ago, Dana Brooke. 10 years ago. She was a force to be reckoned with. She was fierce. But that was 10 years ago. And she did not capitalize on anything. But she's still here. She's still around. And so is, regardless. Moving on. Now we go backstage. It's with our very own Mackenzie Mitchell with Eddie Thorpe, all complaining and bitching and moaning about losing to Dijak not once but twice. Every excuse in the book. Dijak's cheating on me. That belt that he wrapped a leather belt around his head wrist and punched me in the head with it. He's all cheating and stuff. If you ain't cheating, you ain't trying, sucker. Okay, so can you dig that, sucker? That's what I meant to say. So then we have now Dijak in the stomping grounds of Eddie Thorpe. When Eddie Thorpe loses, he wants to cry to his, to the earth. When he goes camping, camping. Eddie Thorpe's place. Why, Dijak's there, and he's gone marking his territory. So he takes his dick out and starts pissing everywhere. He didn't do that at all. He's not really marking his territory. He just takes his belt out and he takes his belt off and starts whipping a tree. Whipping a tree. Ya! Ha-ya, ya, ya! Tree! Ha-ya, ya! It's like, really? Really, that's marking your territory? Just whipping a tree? I mean, really? Almost nothing happened to the tree. Maybe a little couple of splinters of bark fell off. The tree will live. The tree will live. Moving on. So I guess they're going to have Dijak, Eddie Thorpe 3. And where we see the spirit of Tatanka, or Chief J Strongbow, come out with Eddie Thorpe's next match, his next live match. We'll soon see. So now with that, we got ourselves a little face-to-face. A little bit of Dirty Dominic Mysterio with Carmelo Hayes, 2 belt champions. And it was some good banter. Who is a champion? Dominic Mysterio saying, well, what you said yourself. that the North American Championship is the A Championship. So I'm the A champion here. It's so hilarious. It's like, well, it means nothing different. It means something totally different when I was a champion, basically. So Carmelo Hayes, really good at shooting. This was their chemistry, really good. Both super intelligent, both great at conversation. Yeah, this was good. I think for sure, Dominic Mysterio, you can see the confidence building. You know, he's so young and he's doing so good. Two belts already. Carmelo Hayes, these two are future Hall of Famers for sure. For sure. Dominic Mysterio, no one hated more than that man, and he is great stuff. So this is going to be a match, the challenge next week. Dominic Mysterio, Carmelo Hayes, goddamn, that is going to be good. Going to be good, but can Carmelo Hayes do it all alone? Because Dominic Mysterio, he won't be alone, and he can never do it alone. Dominic Mysterio, his title reign is like Roman Reigns' title reign. It has a lot of asterisk beside it. You know, because he had a lot of help. A whole bunch of help. So now with that, we go backstage. It's with, Mackenzie Mitchell again. With a pre-match interview with Becky Lynch. And why, Becky, she's saying she's more passionate, and more so hungry. Me so hungry. So she's more so hungry and more passionate than ever. Becky Lynch. And yep, she's looking forward to the match tonight. And we got ourselves a face-to-face. Kiana James comes in there. She's all upset with seeing Becky Lynch there. And she's like, you know what? We don't want you here, Becky Lynch. We just don't want you here. Get yourself away. You don't go here anymore. She didn't really say that, but she doesn't care for Becky Lynch being there. And Becky Lynch is so upset. Oh, well, I'm going to be seeing you around here more often then. I'll be seeing you, So basically, she's got... she's coming. Becky's coming for Kiana. So basically, if Becky wins tonight, I guess Kiana James will be first in line for gold, baby, gold. Okay, moving on. We got ourselves a big, it's the Global Heritage Invitational, Group A. Now this one here is Tyler Bate versus Axiom. Now, right now, we got ourselves in Group A. Butch is ahead of the whole group with 3 points. Clearly a win and a tie. Charlie Dempsey, I don't think he's out of match yet. Not a match yet. But Group B, Akira Tozawa. It's 0 points, and he's fought like 2 times already. 2 times already with 0 points. 0 wins, But Joe Coffey with 4 whopping points, leading Group B. Nathan Fraser and Duke Hudson both carry a 2. So what's going on here? What's the goings on here? Tyler Bate, Axiom. This was about 6 minutes and 40 seconds. This was a very good match. Close to match of the night. This was very good. This is a little bit short for my taking, even though it was almost 7 minutes. So it was a little bit longer than the standard NXT match. A lot of back and forth in this match. Axiom with a massive high-flying move outside the ring, crushing Tyler Bate. Axiom, now they have a move on the top rope. It's the suplexes, This one here is the double underhook suplex. And the same thing, maybe it's a little more safer than a standard suplex, but there's no lift and drop. There's just a throw. You're being thrown off the top rope. And that is really dangerous. And if you don't know how to bump, that is a damn dangerous if you're getting thrown off the top rope. If you're dropped off, it's a different story. It's a different story if you're dropped, because you can be dropped on your back. Anyways, moving on. Now there was this one. It was this Poison Rana, a Poison Rana by Axiom to Tyler Bate. Because who else is Axiom going to do it to? The referee. Anyways, Tyler Bate lands directly on top of his head. This is some dangerous bumping here. No real, maybe he, holding himself up. Some serious strength involved with that. But it looked good. Looked like a real good bump on top of the head. But here's the thing. Did that even matter? That huge poison rana? You know, it would knock anybody out. Out cold. Getting a huge bump like that, because it means his poison rana meant nothing, because Tyler Bate right after that picks him up for a massive, they call it a brainbuster. But what is the difference between a brainbuster and a suplex? A long time ago, they both start off as a suplex, but a brainbuster, you drop down like a, what's that, the DDT, like a pile driver, you know, the jackhammer. It's like a jackhammer. You just drop them down top of their head. But you can't do that anymore. I don't even know why they call it that anymore, but because it's just basically a suplex. Suplex. I don't think there's such things as a brainbuster anymore, a real brainbuster anymore. Those things are abolished. Anyways, after the brainbuster, suplex, they go off the top rope, and Axiom, they change again. He said, brainbuster, forget about it. That's a game change. That's a game over. You get now dropped on your head, done. Just like a poison run, done. But they exchange moves again. They go to the top rope, and it's a, what's that? He flies off top rope. You know, it's a huge move. Anyways, can't really remember the move right now, but it's okay. Yeah, anyways, regardless. So they move on. They exchange moves, some big moves. They exchange huge moves. And at the end, Axiom tries to get Tyler Bate into an armbar. Tyler Bate picks up Axiom. Axiom, for a power bomb. Axiom gives him a nice hurricanrana. Tyler Bate gets back up and tries to power bomb him again with the, but Axiom again with the hurricanrana again. Throws him right off. And then after that, the second one, after the second hurricanrana, throws Tyler Bate. Tyler Bate uses his momentum, goes for the slingshot, massive lariat. So he slingshot off his shoulders, the shoulder slingshot off the ropes, spins around, hits Axiom with it, hardcore, picks him up with the Tyler driver, 97, and it's over. It's over. So yeah, Tyler Bate wins his first victory. Anyways, Tyler Bate had a big match last week against Yabba Dabba Kato, and he beat the big man. Not surprising. The big man loses everybody. He loses to everybody. That's what he does. So now we go to a vignette or whatnot. It doesn't matter. This is what's left of the schism. 4 roots, 1 tree. Now there are 2 roots, 1 tree. So something's happened to Jagger Reed and Rip Fuller. So now they're a 2-man team. And does anybody care? Well, it seems Ava Rain is really... it doesn't matter. Okay, so moving on backstage. We got a little bit of, Carmelo Hayes talking to his old mate, number 1 hype guy, Trick Williams. And Carmelo Hayes is like, listen, Trick, hey, how things doing? I mean, I think I might need your help next week. I think I might be needing your assistance next week, if you don't mind. Because obviously next week it's going to be Carmelo Hayes versus Dominic Mysterio. Dominic is clearly going to have at least Rhea Ripley at his corner, So yeah, Trick's like, yeah, man, no problem. No problem, dude. Not really like those exact words, but Tricky's got Carmelo's back. And while they're talking, we got ourselves a little bit of Wesley moping around in the background. Now, it'd be interesting if Wesley had more stuff in his locker, more stuff he can just throw away. It would have been better, like a little more better visual. So it's like a lot of banners and shit, like you just can throw all this swag away. That would have been a little bit more, but he had so little things. He was sorting through it every now and then. He was tossing in garbage. So yeah, this is a prelude. What's happening? Wesley's emptying his locker into the garbage, including his nameplate. So yeah, that the match in the beginning of the day really hurt his ego. The ego was hurt. He had no time to think about his actions. His losses building up. But what's going to happen, we'll find out later. We'll find out soon enough. But right now, we got ourselves another tag team match. This one here was the Diamond Mine back in action. Brutus and Julius Creed with Ivy Nile at their side versus Edris Enofe and, Malik Blade. Now, here's the thing. This match was about almost 4 minutes. 3 minutes and 40 seconds, roughly. Now, Malik Blade, Edris Enofe, they got potential. They got a lot of potential. Whether they're going to cash in on potential or not, I don't know. But this match doesn't it kind of shows a little bit, but doesn't at all. Now, this match, Bruce and Julius Creed, and this was okay. This is not great. The tag ropes were very these clean tags. This is the standard for tag matches, but doesn't really matter. Because right off the bat, they do a thing where Edris Enofe and Malik Blade, they start tagging each other out. They do a quick tag, and Malik Blade, he goes and does a massive tope suicida onto I believe Brutus Creed inside the ring. Oh my goodness! I believe it's Julius Creed lying down there, and Edris Enofe, he climbs to the top rope, and my God, he throws a elbow drop that is Macho Man Randy Savage-esque in style, but this one here quite possibly be better than Randy Macho Man Savage's perfect elbow drop off the top rope. This was magical. He might as well be a damn unicorn off the top rope with that elbow drop. That elbow drop should not be taken lightly. That elbow drop should be a finishing move, not just thrown willy-nilly. After this elbow drop, it should have been over. That's how amazing that elbow drop should have been. It should have literally knocked out anybody in that ring. Just killed anybody in that ring. That's how amazing that elbow drop is. That looked. So being used right off the bat like that, it's shameful. Never should be done again. Only a finishing move. And even if it's a first move and you hit that elbow drop in the first move, it should be the last move. But beautiful. Best elbow drop I've ever seen, ever. That damned good. Edris Enofe, elbow drop from space. Whatever, it's insane. Should have ended there. But anyways, Edris, he thinks big, thinks really big, and sometimes that may be the end of him. Because he takes a lariat, he takes a clothesline, and he goes big and he spins. Now, if you were to take some height and take the lariat, you can do almost a 360 almost. Land on your face, like a 300 degrees. Well, anyways, you land on your front. You're doing 300 and somewhat and land on your, But Edris Enofe, he gets hit. He spins around backwards and he literally bashes his high off his shoulders and neck off the ground. It is painful to watch. And like, oh my God. If he does this a lot, his career is cut short like years and years and years. Damn. From the highest of highs to the lowest of lows. Edris Enofe. Now, Edris Enofe and Malik Blade, they get a massive attention move on, Brutus Creed. He's now in the ring there. You get tandem on. It's the spine buster by Malik or by Edris Enofe. Malik Blade goes with a jumping, not any ropes there. A standing blockbuster. I mean, that is some serious athleticism. I mean, you just can't think, I'm going to try this standing blockbuster. Thinking is one thing, but blockbusters are very difficult to do. If you can't jump, forget about it. But these guys, like I say, these Edris Enofe and Malik Blade, serious talent, serious potential. Will they cash in? It's tough to say. But here we go. The end of the match. It is Julius Creed eventually gets tagged in. And he starts going ham on to both Malik and Edris. They get thrown around like rag dolls. And eventually, it's Malik and the Creed brothers. Then it's the big finishing move. The big new finishing move, apparently. It's brand new. It's Julius Creed picks up, Malik Blade for massive gotchi pull power bomb. And Brutus Creed goes off top rope with his Brutus ball. Now he goes and hits him square in the belly with it. So I'm not sure exactly what it's supposed to do. The Brutus ball off the top onto the power bombing, Malik Blade. Because he hits him, he just pushes him off. When they land next to each other. He's not landing on top of each other. So it really is a nonsense move. He might as well just do like some sort of doomsday device, like clothesline or something off the top rope. Or maybe when he's going off there, at least hold him, drop him. I don't know. There's so many other things you can do that's way better. That's way better. But you know what? The Brutus ball, he just will not get rid of it. It's one hill Brutus Creed will die on. Well, I'm not going to get rid of Brutus ball. I'm going to use it somewhere. And with that, it was over. Enofe tried to get in there, but he was stopped. Brutus gets a big victory for the team. And anyways, I talked way longer than the thing deserved. Anyways, Hank Walker and Tank Ledger, it's out there saying, "Oh, we want next in this piece." So we got some tag teams coming out there for, I guess, saying that we're still around. And then Lucien, Prince, and Bronco Niven come in there and beat them up, and they go to the back. And yep, 2 more tag teams in there, and none of them in the group there. None of these 4 teams actually have the belts. So, Anyways, moving on. We go backstage. It's with a little bit of the, Roxanne Perez. Well, first it was Becky Lynch talking to Lyra Valkyria, giving kudos to each other. Lyra's like, "I hope you win. I hope you don't." Anyways, and after that, we got ourselves a little bit of the Roxanne Perez in the back locker room talking about the new women's breakout tournament that's going to be happening. And giving some rookies a little bit of the, a pep talk. And then that's when it's at Electro Lopez and Lola Vice come in there and start causing problems. Saying that, you're causing problems in the locker room. Are you causing problems? When literally they're just causing problems now. Anyways, Lola Vice, she's got a big following. A lot of people are big fans of Lola Vice. She looked great. Absolutely fabulous, Lola. Who knows what she can do here? Lola versus Roxanne Perez. That's going to be a thing, and I look forward to it when it happens. So next up, we got ourselves what's a Global Heritage Invitational, a Group B. Nathan Fraser with 3 points. Akira Tozawa with 0. Who will win this match? Now this match here. Akira Tozawa, he fought his 2 previous, Global Heritage Invitational matches at the level up division, the lowest division, and he still loses. So this is the first one he actually takes a step up in front of an actual step up into the main NXT roster. With Nathan Fraser, now this match here, Akira Tozawa, I'm not sure what's going on with him. He's definitely a Lucha House Party. He's he might as well be a member of Lucha House Party. He's got some talent. But this match was a little over, 2.5 minutes. About 2.5 minutes. Well under a commercial, about a commercial break. Short commercial break. 2.5 minutes. Now, Akira, watching the match, of course, it's metaphor. Like they do. They have this little perch in the back to watching the whole thing. Noam Dar checking out who his opponent's going to be. Oh, Noam Dar, his schedule is so light. Damn. One match in five weeks. So yeah, he's with Lash Legend, Oro Mensah, and Jakura Jackson, all watching the whole match. And their little costumes too, making a little jungle scene. It's looking cute. Anyway, wear this match. How about the match? Now, Akira Tozawa, he had 2 big moves. He goes off the top rope with a massive drop kick. He flies right halfway across the ring with this drop kick. He was pretty impressive. After that, does this massive tope suicida. between the second and third ropes. Pretty big. And they go and fight back inside there. That's when things take a turn. Akira Tozawa, he gets thrown off the top rope there with a suplex. And this is like the standard suplex now. It was a superplex off the top rope, but it's not a real... They're just getting thrown off the top rope. This is very dangerous stuff. Bret Hart, suplexes. Anyways, why am I carrying on with that? So Tozawa gets suplexed off the... Now, this is a standard... It used to be a standard Seth Rollins combo. The superplex, Falcon's Arrow. But instead of Falcon's Arrow, it's a superplex to the... a suplex neck breaker. We pick up the person with their suplex, and halfway, like quarter way up in the suplex, you spin around, drop down again, neck breaker. Tozawa loses again, 3 matches, and 0 wins. Nathan Fraser gets his first victory. So yes, Nathan Fraser with a big 4. Joe Coffey is tied with Nathan Fraser. Duke Hudson with 2. Akira Tozawa, you can forget about it. So yeah, with that, we got ourselves a little Kelly Kincaid there, talking to the Flogs. And Duke Hudson called them Flogs. It was hilarious. I had no idea what that was. I had to look it up. So they're pretentious, conceited, and foolish. Foolish is the term. Anyways, it's Joe Coffey, brother Marcus Coffey and Wolfgang. And its whole thing is about Joe Coffey. If you beat Duke Hudson, it's pretty much cleared through. You're pretty much cleared. Go to the next round. It's like, yeah, I can beat Duke Hudson, no problem. I'm Joe Coffey. I'm not a big fan of Joe Coffey. Anyways, Duke Hudson hears him. He thinks, you think you can beat me? But yeah, he's like, Duke Hudson feels he can, on top of MVP on his name, you can add another nickname to Duke Hudson, and it would be called Spoiler. And that's when he leaves and calls them all Flogs. And they're like, Flog? What's a flog? Hey, have you know what a flog is? I don't know why they're called British now. What a flog? I don't know what a flog is. So yeah. So I'd say that covers pretty much Joe Coffey. Anyways, moving on. Enough for the insults. Moving on, we go backstage again with Lil Mackenzie Mitchell with Mustafa Ali. And the question is about his questionable win against Dragon Lee with Dominic Mysterio giving him a fast count. And Dragon Lee's there, oh, I'm so upset. But now, what's that? Mustafa Ali. What's that? He's like, what do you think about the crowd's reaction to you? And he's like, well, they weren't booing me, love. Calling Mackenzie love. Excuse me, love. Hey, darling. Really? So, Dragon Lee's out there. He's still upset over the whole situation. And, Mustafa's pretty intelligent. He knows how to argue. He knows how to talk. No diggity doubt. So he said, hey, listen. Fast count or slow count doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. It is what it is. I can't change it. You can't change it. It is what it is, basically. But here's it is. When I beat Dominic Mysterio, you are first in line. How about that? I mean, really? You can't get any better than that. If, Mustafa Ali wins, you get first in line for the belt. There's nothing wrong with that. And if he loses, you can go for, Dominic Mysterio yourself. Nothing wrong with that. But apparently, it's just not fast enough. For Dragon Lee, it's all or nothing, apparently. I don't know. So moving on, now we got ourselves a walk of shame. You just hear the Hulk's music playing in the background, And it's poor old Wesley packed his bags and he's meeting his lady friend and he's ready to go, Wesley's like, so what's next for Wesley? Well, if I'm not going to No Mercy, well, I'm going home. I'm done. So somehow, something's going to happen. Something is going to happen. Where Wesley will be called upon to go to No Mercy. Because Wesley is way too talented to be walking away from the NXT or the WWE in general. Moving on. After that, they leave and you got yourself an attack. It's, Blair Davenport being attacked by, I guess, fully, covered assailant. Masked assailant. And we find out the masked assailant was Gigi Dolan trying to get some revenge on, the Lyra Davenport for causing for causing Gigi Dolan's loss last week. Good stuff. Okay, with that said, we move on to our main event match. Main event of the night. It is for the women's NXT Championship Gold. Now, reigning and defending champion is Tiffany Stratton versus the man, Becky Lynch, who has never won the NXT Championship title. And this is basically, on her bucket list before she retires, that she's got to be NXT champion. Now, here's the match here. It was about... It was about eight minutes, about 8.5 minutes this match. So it was really good. Actually, it was 13.5 minutes, I should say. 13.5 minutes. It was really good. It was really, really good. Now, it showed one thing for sure. Becky Lynch, she likes to hustle. She hustles in that ring there. Tiffany Stratton, she is an athlete. She's a workhorse. She's fearless. And she's a great champion. And one thing for sure in this match, that Tiffany Stratton outclassed Becky Lynch 100% in this match. Now, I say that. Now, Becky Lynch does... Now, when Becky Lynch is fighting, she's a hustle. She likes hustling up there. She likes going to the top rope. And whoever says she's not a luchador, it's pretty much correct. She's not a luchador, even though she likes going top rope. She likes going top rope. But she doesn't really do much off there. But she does go off there. I complain about it because... I don't know. Her first drop kick off top rope was okay. When she goes to the top rope, she goes horizontal and falls down. There's no height there at all. It's you can only say that. Well, at least she went to the top rope, and she did with the drop kick with Tiffany Stratton. But Tiffany Stratton, oh my goodness, shows the greatness of Tiffany Stratton. Now Tiffany Stratton has the prettiest moonsault ever, one of the greatest moonsaults. But she pulls out a swanton that Jeff Hardy would be proud of. Jeff Hardy in his prime. Not the alcoholic bastard, but Jeff Hardy in his prime. He was probably an alcoholic back then too. But young Jeff Hardy of 30 years ago. A swanton, so perfect. This should have ended the match. This was beautiful. Hitting Becky Lynch with everything. My mind is over. In the winner. With that beautiful... swanton bomb. Oh, God, it was so good. So good. Tiffany Stratton outclassing. And then with the huge, I guess, cave-in. Tiffany Stratton has this beautiful cave-in. She just caves in Becky Lynch. Now, Becky Lynch, she's got to sing. It made me laugh out loud. It was so non-athletically hilarious because Becky Lynch, she's got a lot of up and get 'em, but it's so bad. Now, Tiffany Stratton, she thinks she's got Becky Lynch down for the count, and she's going for the prettiest moonsault ever. Now, she does the springboard on there. She's going to do the springboard to the top, So she bounced off top, bottom. She doesn't really bounce off the bottom, but she did today. She bounced off bottom to the second rope. And then Becky Lynch, she jumps on the bottom rope and bounced on the second rope. It's like, what? Can't you not jump onto the second rope? And it's only 2 feet off the ground. It's only 2 feet off the ground. Can you not jump to the second rope? She couldn't jump to the second rope, really. You can. You gotta springboard your lazy ass on the second rope, really, Becky Lynch. Wow. And the move was a Russian leg sweep off the second. Wow. Yeah, not impressed. So they take the match outside. This is where it gets really weird. Becky Lynch, she gets beaten up outside the ring there, and next you know it, Becky Lynch pushes Tiffany Stratton on top of the table, and Tiffany Stratton lies there like a good girl. And 30 or 40 seconds later, Becky Lynch climbs onto the barricade and jumps off with a boom drop. The Kofi Kingston leg drop onto Tiffany Stratton on top of the commentating table. Now, this was a jumping move off the barricade. Her jumping move is going horizontally in landing. So her absolute lightweight, because Becky Lynch, she is a petite now. She lost all her, she's all her size. She used to be called boulder shoulders. Now she's so light. She goes off the barricade, landing on Tiffany Stratton. Nothing happens. The table stands still. Nothing happens to the table. Anyways, they take it back to the ring. Becky Lynch gets the disarmor onto Tiffany Stratton. Tiffany gets out of that move. Oh my goodness. Power bombs a holy hell out of Becky Lynch. Goes to the top rope and goes for the massive. It's very beautiful. The prettiest moonsault ever. She goes for it. She misses, however. She misses it. And then that's when it's game over. Manhandle slam later. 1, 2, 3. It's over. Becky Lynch is now your new champion of the NXT. It was bound to happen. Becky Lynch is collecting belts. I mean, she's never had that belt before, and I guess they're just giving it to her for now. But I think this is not it for Tiffany Stratton. She just has way too much talent. She's looking great. Her ring gear looks amazing. Her in general, her wrestling skills inside the ring, her mic skills outside the ring, her personality, it's coming to a pinnacle. And I think it should be not too long before, I think, the year of Tiffany Stratton will be back again. But as for now, that does wrap it up for this week's episode of the NXT. But if you are a podcast listener, stay tuned for there will be some SmackDown right after this short break. But for the YouTube viewer, this is it for the episode. I've been your host, Lip Hazlewood, saying see you next time on The Wrestling Show.